Good afternoon, Colorado. Man, if you are in Colorado, it is a beautiful day. I've been waiting for this forever. Am I right, Kev?
Some clouds.
Oh, man, some clouds, some overcast, a little bit
spring
of rain.
weather.
Yeah, some spring.
Before summer.
I mean, we're already going to be restricted like hell on our rain, so on our water.
Yep, it's going to be rough, but nothing we haven't been through before.
Kev, you just had your show. How you doing, man?
Great.
Nice.
Always good to come in here and blast out some tunes.
You know it.
I love it.
Absolutely know. Well, we have a wonderful performance here for you in a little interview. I think it's Bailey Elora Day or Bailey Allora Night because they were recently on Kind of Vague Radio and it's for their 400th show. Did you know that, Kev?
Yeah, he told me that.
Kind of Vague.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and so Bailey Elora is going to be featured tonight on Kind of Vague and featured right here on K4CO right now. So if you are listening to K4CORadio.com, if you're listening on the K4CO radio apps or one of the many internet radio directories that we're on, do know that you can go over to the K4CO Radio social media platforms and look at our wonderful faces there because they are pretty, Kevin. We've had Bailey Allora and Freddie and Isaac in, ladies and gentlemen. Bailey Allora, Freddie Zamora, and Isaac Zamora. How's it going, everyone?
Hi.
Hello. Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back. Love it. What have you guys been up to? First of all, I mean, it's been a while. Bailey, what's going on?
So much. I always answer this question, though, so I'm going to defer to the guitarists. What have we been doing?
I'm going to let Freddie, because Freddie's definitely been going through a lot more than all of us have lately.
Yeah, I guess, like, personally, yeah, I guess. But as a band, things have been... We've been doing a lot more festivals lately, which is something different from last year and kind of the more, intimate bar shows and stuff we were doing. But,
okay.
So that's been fun and new, playing all the different festivals, all the new people who come and watch us. It's been cool.
And I love both of them because, you have the alternative band, Bailey Allora,
yes.
but then you guys have the real intimate setting too. Freddie, what's your favorite, if you can say one?
No, I mean, and I've always said it, right? I mean, I didn't touch an electric guitar until I was like 8, almost 10 years into the instrument. I've always started with the acoustic guitar, and so I really have an appreciation for the stripped down stuff. But man, lead is fun though. Like playing
with the
guitar,
band.
playing solos. It's so fun. The energy is definitely there, but the intimacy that you get with these broken down, kind of stripped down sets, it's just a different vibe, and like it feels like home.
And you're definitely looking the part too. Your hair's longer.
Oh, yeah, he's got the majestic guitarist hair going on now.
It does.
Makes me so jealous.
So jealous. All right.
Yes, because my hair don't look like that. I have really thin hair, and I have to blow dry it into submission because my curls hate Colorado. And then he's just over there rolling out of bed, and he's like, yeah, I look like this.
Yeah, it just comes with the guitar rock star, right?
Yeah.
Isaac, what about you? I mean, what would you say is your favorite?
I don't know. I think I get the best of both worlds when I do both sets. I mean, when we do full band, I normally always stay on the side where Jeff is sitting, our bassist, and if you guys ever get to see us live, you'll just see the recklessness that me and Jeff do on stage. We just definitely have a lot of fun. We're like always just thanks. And then here, I mean, there's nothing better than playing guitar with like the person you've always played guitar with your whole life, my brother.
Right.
So like, I don't know, I get the best of both worlds. I really enjoy both. I don't think I love one more than the other anymore.
I will say we don't get to enjoy your stripping during the acoustic stuff.
Isaac gets half naked at our shows.
I get half naked in
and
full band
apparently
shows.
for Foco Max, he decided to wear the matching G-string to the corset I was wearing over his jeans.
So these are like NC-17 shows.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah, it's a special experience.
It's become a thing. My girlfriend is all kind of for it.
Kind of being the operative word. I didn't know he was gonna wear it.
Yeah.
I thought he was joking at the house that we had booked to stay up in Foco, and then I got to the show and I was like, "You're still wearing it?" And he's like, "Yeah, I am."
Just try to add something different.
Acoustic
every
Isaac
time I
isn't
can.
the same as full band
acoustic
Isaac.
Isaac's more corporate.
So we're not going to be getting the shirtless,
unless you want it.
Naked. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate that.
Yeah.
I mean, I like you, Isaac.
Gotta have a little bit of mystery.
You're still wearing it though, aren't you?
Yeah. Of course. I haven't taken it off since. Smells great.
It's kind of like sports, you know, you interchange your underwear or something.
Yeah,
or
you know,
whatever.
lucky socks.
Oh man. Well, for people who don't know you, haven't really listened to you, how would you describe Bailey Allora, Bailey? Both sides.
Well, everyone always asks me like what our genre is, and I always say alt rock, but only because I think it's the only umbrella like music genre that can encase what we do. Because I mean, the song that we're here to promote today sounds more like Spanish style guitar. There's a lot of clapping and stuff, whereas like some of our other stuff has been like full on like heavy punk.
Right.
So I would say we're an alt band, and that our shows, depending on what kind you go to, give you a different vibe. So it's more so just always music from the heart.
Very nice. You've said songwriting is one thing that you've actually said it feels easy to you.
Yes.
It's the one thing in life that feels easy, which is really interesting because you don't hear that coming much from musicians and songwriters and everything. Walk us through a song that poured out just so quickly for you versus one you really had to just fight for.
The irony of it is that Dead in the Dirt was probably one of the easiest songs we wrote because we did it in a practice session at our old practice warehouse that we used to go and practice at every Saturday. And so we just showed up and we're like, we're going to write a song. And it just kind of all flowed out. Same with My Body's a Bitch. That one also was just really easy, flowed out. I think one that was a little harder was probably Drunk Right Now.
That was one of the first ones we had in our rotation.
Yeah, mainly because, for one, I struggled with the lyrics because I was like, I didn't want to make them too boring because I like to use super wordy, like, grammar. And so I was like, this one feels so boring. So it took me so long to get the lyrics right. I don't know how long it took them for their guitar because that was one that we were writing during COVID. So we had to, like, half write it and then take a break because we couldn't meet up anywhere other than like a park.
Yeah, I think for us, I mean, from like the guitar aspect, I think me and Freddie kind of had it easy, but we also struggled because it was just I don't know. I guess it got to a point where you overthink sometimes when you're like writing. You know, it always gets to like sometimes you get to that point. And I try to not put ourselves in that place because I feel like you try to perfect something that shouldn't be perfect from the get go, right? And I think with not having like our mastermind Jeff, our bassist, who like is just always, you know, so influential in like what our sound ends up becoming, or like what the song ends up becoming. And then during that time, it was just like no communication. And Jeff still has a flip phone, so
Yeah, Jeff is an old man.
he doesn't have a flip phone, but like he doesn't respond. Like you can send him a message and take forever to respond. So like
He's
not writing
offline.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Jeff wasn't
his
going on
philosophy.
Zoom writing songs with us.
Yeah. And
No. Yeah, I don't know. Oddly enough, for me, Dead in the Dirt was on the more complicated side of songs we've ever written. Because when I wrote the rhythm section part of it, like it's such a full rhythm section that it was really hard for me to come up with what lead parts I wanted to do in between. You know, it became a lot of messing with different arpeggio patterns and stuff. But that one for me was actually tricky. I know it came really natural to you, Bailey, but that one for me, I had to put some.
Yeah, well, and it
some
was a
thought
fight
into
to
that.
get you to be willing to do the Spanish style guitar. I remember
Well, I didn't realize
you
how
tried to
Spanish
change it.
you wanted it.
Yeah, he
so,
tried to change it to
you
like
know?
just a rock song, and I was like, no, take it back.
Yeah.
Take it back to what we had.
Yeah, it was a little more of a mix. And then, no, you really leaned into the Spanish guitar style of things. But yeah, I mean, I struggled a little bit more on that one than I did any of the other ones.
I
on
think
my
so.
end.
Yeah, no, I think so too. I mean, at least from the rhythm section, I think it was kind of quick, but it was just we got to a point where it was like we didn't want to do too much for a song. Like it just sounded like it got to a point where it sounded like too much noise and not sounding like a song. I guess what can happen.
A little less is better.
Yeah, and we're just trying
I
to
had
figure that
pull
out.
back on the lead parts.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a very full rhythm section for that song.
Yeah, but
Just-
I fell in love with what ended up becoming of the
Yeah.
song.
Well,
Like,
and it made space for the
Exactly.
trumpet to come in there and for the clapping that comes in towards the end.
Right.
So it was nice.
Nice.
Wow, I haven't heard it yet. I'm gonna make sure.
Well, people can find you on Linktree. Now, you do have a website that's under construction's coming up, that I heard.
Yes.
So that's awesome.
I literally have a meeting as soon as we leave here with one of my friends that's going to try and help us fix that.
All right. Very cool. Well, we're going to be throwing that Linktree up for the people that are watching. That's for all of our listeners. It's Linktree. Of course, that's linktr.ee/Bailey Allora. And we're going to get into some shows that are coming up for you guys, but I want to get into a song. You guys are going to be playing 3 songs. I'm going to leave it up to you, Bailey, which one you would like to perform first.
We're going to start with the super, super, super sad one.
All right.
That's aptly named Sad Times 2. We were going through our song list that we play as an acoustic trio, and we were like, we've played a lot of them for you guys. And so we were trying to find ones we hadn't played yet. And this is one of them.
All right.
This is Sad Times 2.
I think it's perfect for a cloudy day too.
Yeah.
That's right.
You know,
Ladies and
Colorado
gentlemen,
knew.
live on K4CO Radio, Bailey Allora.
It's easy to bring this down. For the skeletons in my closet, the phantoms in my sheets are the reasons why I treat
Bailey Elora on K4CO with Sad Times 2. Very well done. Is there, or how do you decide, do all songs make each version, the band version or in the stripped down version? Or is there, do you have any songs that you just strictly keep for one version?
I think right now, all of the ones we have a full band version. We have newer ones that we haven't like fully learned even as like a trio yet, fully, and so we haven't been comfortable enough to bring them to the band. But I like for all of them to have the two different versions because it's two very different vibes.
Right, that's what I was asking, because just
like the drums go heavy on Sad Times too, and you would never know that.
okay, yeah, that's what I was
It sounds
getting
like a
to.
really sad, mopey song.
Yeah.
Just a completely different energy to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, entirely.
And when the three of you, it's funny how you said before, like especially when you were writing during COVID and everything like that, and with Freddie having troubles, do you guys disagree a lot? And I had to ask, just because
Not a lot.
Not a lot, but when you do disagree, I mean, there has to be artistic disagreements.
Yeah,
When it comes to-
I
They
think-
definitely disagree with me more than I disagree with them. Because I suggest crazy shit.
Yeah,
I think it goes
Do you
both-
see how long it's taking him to come up with an answer?
No, but I think it goes both ways because I think like I don't know because like Jeff always puts us into a rabbit hole sometimes and
Oh.
like the song completely goes a different way,
That's the real.
and then Bailey's
answer
like,
there.
no, we got to go back to what I originally wanted, and then
It's Jeff that
sometimes
causes
it's
the
tough for
problems,
us to
you know?
like be like okay like and then but Jeff slowly but surely he's been making a little more metal into the band. He's been adding a little more metal aspects to the band.
Right.
And then at least from our side of things, like guitar wise, I think maybe me and Freddie are the ones that like argue the most during practice. I think it's, and I think it just comes down to like we're brothers, but like it's not like fights. It's just like nah, Freddie. Like I feel like if I do this, it's better than what you're doing. So like you can do this.
yeah, yeah. I mean, the good thing is that no one
We've never had a
is
fight as a
truly
band
like.
ever.
Ever.
And we've been
All right.
together 7 years. So we're doing something right, you
That's
know?
impressive.
Yeah, no one's ego truly outshines anybody else, you know, or like kind of forces things down on other people.
Right.
I think everybody's pretty open to communication, and we're like, okay,
Yeah.
so this is what I'm thinking. But usually when we disagree, like it's not Isaac just being like, nah, man, I don't like your part.
Yeah.
We're doing it my way. No, usually it's like, hey, look, this is what I'm doing. I think if you did something a little more this way, it
Yeah.
would, you know, complement the voice a little more, you know,
And-
help Bailey shine a little more. And that's kind
yeah,
of like,
and then like during practice, I think what helps too is that we practice everybody's idea. So it's like, hey, I
Yeah,
have
we
this
run through
idea,
everything.
and then we're like, maybe it'll sound cool. Let's try it out. And then sometimes we're like, damn, that sounded like crap.
yeah,
Never
we'll try
mind.
something and then we'll be
I
like,
mean-
yeah, that was bad.
I know specifically with Come to the Water, there's an outro for Come to the Water. And when I wrote it originally, because I start most stuff off by myself, I had no outro. And I was very married to the idea of it not having an outro. And then Jeff was like, hey, it needs an outro. And I was so pissed about it. I was so mad. And there's videos of us running through it for the first time. And I look so angry. Because I think it was when we were a trio.
It was just,
It was me,
yeah.
Freddie, and Jeff before we brought in Isaac to be our original drummer and before James got brought in.
Okay.
But I look so mad in that video. I look so angry. And it's partially because he was correct. It needed the outro. And now it's one of my favorite parts of the song.
Oh,
Yeah, that outro's iconic. I love
Yeah.
it.
And now we have when John Simpkins, who's the trumpet on Den the Dirt, comes to play with us, he also plays on Come to the Water. And so his trumpet fits in there at the end. So it's,
Right.
again, serendipitous. Everything works out the way it's supposed to. But I was real pissed about it for a long time.
I love the constructive fighting. I mean,
Well, yeah,
how
that's
many
what I was
fights
gonna
have you
say.
been in, Kev?
Yeah.
In your years.
Band-wise?
Yeah, band-wise.
Not many. I mean, because that's just how it works. I mean, we've been together for a long time, too. And because, you know, if there is an ego, if there is
Yeah.
a teammate that's not a teammate, it just doesn't work. And it's a completely... And then you're going
Yeah.
to start butting heads, and the writing suffers, and this and that. So it sounds like you guys are just trying to figure it out as you
And-
go along. And
I would say we're all pretty
Throwing
level-headed.
out
And
ideas
I like
against
to
each other.
believe we all kind of hate the uncomfortability that like fighting
Oh yeah,
comes
all of
with,
us
you know?
hate
So,
having
like-
confrontation.
Yeah.
So like I think that's a big thing too. Like it's not that we hate conversation. It's just like, I don't know because
We might-
I fight outside of like
Yeah.
like the band, right? I guess like at work and
Yeah.
stuff. like,
Interband
originally.
confrontation.
But like as a band, like I don't know, just like I like you, like I don't want to fight
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah.
I mean, the other thing is, like, we all admire each other as musicians. So when someone is suggesting something, it's not usually.
There's never the idea that it's, oh, they're an idiot and that's
You're
a
open
stupid
to it.
idea.
Exactly. There's never
Yeah,
that.
there's so much respect, just as musicians for each other, but also just as human beings and friends. Like, I mean, we've been in a band for 7 years, but also they're related. They've been together Isaac's whole life, and then Jeff and James have known each other since high school. I've known Jeff and James since I was about 8. I've known them since I was 16. Like, we've known each other so long. There's so much respect there on every level.
Right.
I think it makes it so much easier to not be yelling at each other.
It's felt like a long relationship. Like you're just like I don't want to start over.
There are definitely times when we want to strangle each other, but
A
like,
family instead.
Yeah.
Like a lot of bands are treated like as a marriage.
yes.
And that's, there's some butting heads involved. But I mean, when you guys have been along so long and know each other so well, it's more of a family.
Yeah, it definitely became that, which I think I'm happy for it. I
Yeah.
makes that's why I feel like the songwriting kind of makes it easy because I think we don't think any idea is stupid and we
Right.
try it, right?
Yeah, and I mean, I've brought some questionable song ideas to them, and we've still made most of them work. So I think we're doing something okay at least.
I love how you say questionable ideas because that's just, in my mind, that's a great thing in music. Is
To experiment and
yeah,
see what you got. Yeah.
That's what happened with the decades when people are just like, this sounds interesting. Bailey Elora has, you guys have a couple shows.
Yes.
We want to talk about Saturday, May 23rd, the Atrium.
Yep, we're
at
back in Foco.
Bat in Fort Fun.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's our second ever Foco show.
You guys like Fort Fun?
I mean, it was so cool to be there for Foco Max this past weekend. It was our first year getting to go. We've been submitting for since before we were a full band. We've been submitting and we finally got in and we had the time of our lives. We got to play at the R Bar, which is this really awesome gay bar. And so I don't know. I think every show is made better when there's a bunch of gay flags hanging in the room. The vibe is just better. So we had such a fun time, and the city is really fun to explore, going from different venue to venue. And so I'm pretty sure the Atrium is also a part of Foco Max. And so we're like, okay, cool. So it's in that same area. It's got a coffee shop right nearby called the Alley Cat, which I really love. So we're excited to be there. Also, I have one of my personal favorite bands is part of the show, Liquid Chicken. They have such a weird name, and
I
they're
love the name.
so fun. I saw them open for, I think it was Buffalo Farm at Lost Lake, and I was like, I want to do a show with them. And so we lucked out, and they agreed to do this one.
And
And
so
then-
this is the one at the Atrium.
Yes.
That's
And then Salome is a new one. We don't know her, but their music just is so pretty. And so we're so excited for that show.
Nice. Very cool. Also, found out on Monday, June 15th, you're going to be playing LunaFest.
Yes.
That's another good one.
Our
Yeah.
second festival of the year.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that. How'd all that come into fruition?
I mean, we submit to absolutely everything, but the creator of LunaFest is a wonderful, wonderful person, and they're really just putting on the festival as a way to really support local music and to keep support in the scene. And I think that's such a wonderful thing to do because I mean, local fests are always cool because you've got local bands playing, but it's not every time that they're in it for the right reasons. So I think this one will be really cool because it's literally for the local music scene.
And that's at, is it Grossen? Is that how you say it, Kev?
Grossen.
Bart Brewery. That's
I-
it. All right.
believe
I always end up butchering the names, so I'm gonna go with yes.
Sure.
Up in Longmont. So June 15th right there. And you can go to Linktree. I'm sure. What's the best place for people to see where you're playing? Is it Instagram?
So we post everything on the Facebook and the Instagram.
Perfect.
But the link tree, I try my best to keep it all as up to date as possible. So we normally have our most recent show that's going to be happening at the very top, and then our most recent release, and then everything else underneath it.
And talking about the recent release, Dead in the Dirt, I have to ask a song title. I like it.
Yes.
What's this song about?
Okay, so again, gonna be very diplomatic about it because the music industry is not kind to women all the time. It is about somebody I worked with that just acted like a total jerk.
Yeah.
Did not handle things well.
It's not Freddie and Isaac, so that's good.
Oh, it's definitely Freddie, of course. Yeah.
No.
I'm the issue here.
I think he should die
Wherever I
because his
go,
hair
that's-
is nicer than mine, you know? No, it's about somebody else I worked with. And I mean, I've worked with so many people, and most of them are wonderful. But every so often you just get that one. And not every man is as willing to compromise and listen and learn as my wonderful band is. I am so thankful that they're good humans. Because this guy was... I regret working with him so much. But I think a lot of good art came out of it.
Right.
So, I mean, we got Dead in the Dirt.
I think everybody has those people where you're just like, man, this job would be great if you were here.
Yeah, I'd rather work alone than
Yeah.
take on the whole workload than work with you.
And this song was released just a few
Friday.
days ago on Friday.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well,
We tried to release it for the beginning of FOCO, and it worked out that we were able to get everything done, and it came out on time.
How long ago did you write it? Has it been
Ooh,
around for a
2
while? Or?
years?
It has not been 2 years with Dead in the Dirt.
No.
No, it hasn't even been a year.
Honestly,
with
I
Dead in
don't
the Dirt,
even
I think.
remember when we wrote it. Because I think we started writing it when we were at the warehouse. Honestly, couldn't
So it's
tell
I
you.
not-
think so. I think it was when we moved back into the house.
Yeah, you mentioned the
We
idea
finished it
when
at
we were at
Jeff's.
the warehouse. You
We had the
mentioned
base
wanting,
layout.
No, you at the warehouse. You
None of us
mentioned
know.
wanting to write a Spanish song, but I
No,
really
because my
didn't bring
first recording of
anything
it
into
is in the warehouse.
Yeah, but you scratched a lot of that stuff.
No,
That
you
stuff didn't really
scratched
fit.
it, and then
You're
we
the one
brought
who
it
told me to
back.
change it.
ladies and gentlemen,
There you
they
go.
never
Get some
fight.
pop-
We're never
Get
fighting.
some
You know?
popcorn.
No, we just never know when anything's written because we write it so far in advance, and then by the
Yeah.
time we've got it to its final form,
Right.
and also my memory sucks. I'm so bad
But I guess
with
we
remembering
did
stuff.
begin the writing process
Yeah.
at the warehouse, but a lot of that got cut.
Maybe
out
like a year,
for the
year and a
new-
half.
what we
Yeah,
have
maybe a
now.
year and a half ago, probably.
Yeah,
I would
that's
say,
Maybe
I would say
close.
It sounds closer to that, yeah.
Who knew that would be the
'Cause
hard
it
answer
did change
today?
a lot.
You're like, when did you write
It did
this?
change a
We
lot.
wrote it
No
Friday,
idea.
all right?
Yeah.
Wrote it,
Wrote it 2
recorded
weeks ago and
released
recorded
it
it
on
and released
Friday.
it all before Focal Max.
It's okay if your memory sucks because sometimes that's like the secret to a happy life.
I mean,
Sometimes.
yeah.
I've heard.
Oh, yeah.
So
I mean,
yeah.
we had fun doing it. So obviously, the whatever time it took was the necessary time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we do have a couple songs we're going to get to, one of which is going to be Dead in the Dirt. Are we going to play that next, or are we going to play another one?
Which would you like? We can switch them around. I know the list I
Up to
gave
you.
to your lovely coworkers.
Yeah, we have
were
Like
the opposite. I think we can play like that.
You want to play Like
Like
That?
that?
All right. Tell
We'll
us
do
a
like
little
that
bit
and
about
save
this
Dead in
one.
the Dirt for the end.
You got it.
Okay, Like That was, gosh, it's another hater song. Basically about someone that I thought handled a situation really shitty. And so I wrote about it. Granted, that guy's lovely. He's such a nice man. But at
Well,
the
that's
time,
good.
I was really mad about it.
Right.
The other one, I still hold firm. I hold firm. But this guy, he redeemed himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
right.
called Like That.
Like That live on K4CO, everybody.
Cursed way you folded my pages. Didn't know how important age is. Used me up, then let me down. Oh, how do you like me now? How could you treat me like that? You're all I ever wanted and the worst I ever had. How could you treat me like that? I gave you all my love, now I want that shit back. You You took me to so many new places, always sang such beautiful praises. I let you in, you kept me out. Oh, are you happy now? How could you treat me like that? You're all I ever wanted and the worst I ever had. How could you treat me like that? I gave you all my love, now I want that shit back. How could you treat me like that? I let you drive the car so we were destined to crash. How could you treat me like that? You're not a prophet, you're just a man, crying victim with bloody hands. You're not a prophet, you're just a man, crying victim with bloody hands. How could you treat me like that? You're all I ever wanted and the worst I ever had. How could you treat me like that? I gave you all my love, now I want that shit back. How could you treat me like that? I let you drive the car so we were destined to crash. How could you treat me like that? How could you treat me like that? How could you treat me like that?
Bailey Elora live on K4CO Radio with Like That. Very well done, guy. I like the guitars on that one. Just a really good song all around. We were talking about being in a band earlier, and we're getting close to this next question. But what is it that you appreciate about each other individually? What stands out musically as far as your musicianship or how you approach the band, being in a band? Is there, like you said, your bass player has an approach to kind of locking everybody in.
Yeah.
I mean, Jeff is a genius.
Tell us about Jeff. What's Jeff's trip?
Gosh, well, music theory. He's just got
Yeah.
such a big brain. It's why I call him Mega Mind, because he's just so smart as far as music goes, and he's really good at like hearing all the layers of the song before they're built.
Yeah,
So I really love that.
And he counts. He
Yeah.
counts. Like he's the type of person to be
His
like,
timing
hey,
is so
this
good.
part
Right.
of the song, and like he hits it spot on. And I mean, we all kind of grew up just playing music, like kind of feely. And I guess I just had a
Self-taught.
conversation with James, our drummer, about it. He was like, yeah. He was like, I just feel the music. He was like, and then Jeff is just like, yeah, no, you gotta count. So like, I don't know, it helps us out. I think like there's a big admiration from all of us, I guess, from Jeff. And then as a band, we've talked about it, like when Bailey goes and does her business when she leaves practice for a little bit, and we like just kind of just sit there and talk, and we're writing the song. It's just like, it feels refreshing to know that like we can create a song off of a jam. Like we're just kind of either waiting for her or we're just waiting for somebody, and then either me, Freddie, or Jeff or James starts playing something, and we just start following that. And then Bailey was like, oh, I like that. And then she's just like, I got a melody, I got lyrics. And I'm just like, wow. I'm like, I could never do that.
And they have a song.
I've tried to write lyrics, I've tried to do melodies. I'm like, terrible.
I also really, really admire James. He is always willing to do the silliest stuff in order to get what we need. And also, I love that him and Jeff will talk in drum speak, where they're like, no, it needs to be like boom, ka, and you're doing it like wrong right now. And they'll like do that. And I'm like, I have no idea what you're saying, but it's going to sound beautiful. And so he's always willing to just keep trying until we get exactly what we want. Even though I know if I were playing the drums, I would have gone crazy 10 minutes prior. And he's just always down.
Yeah. Yeah. And then guitar wise, I don't know. I find it really easy to follow Freddie when it comes to like, I mean, whatever he does lead, I kind of know what he's going to want to do. So I kind of just just think about like, hey, if I know I played this variation of a note,
Yeah.
Freddie's going to go this way with the solo.
Yeah, the cool thing about having a younger brother is that you can kind of raise your own rhythm guitarist to do what you want.
Yeah.
And now he just kind of knows. And so he really understands the way I play, the way I write the parts, and he's really good at figuring out where I'm gonna go before hearing it firsthand, just because he's known me for so long musically that he just knows how to accompany it very well. But we said, I'd be nothing without the rhythm section. Those guys, completely create the vibe and space for me to just come in and
They're the backbone of every
Yeah.
song.
Just kinda
Right.
pull it all
sprinkle
together.
some magic just on top of it, and that's it's very reassuring having such a solid rhythm section. And yeah, Bailey's ability to come up with melodies and lyrics, I'm like, how? I'm like, that's crazy.
And like they also pick up stuff so fast. That is probably one of the best things about them is that, for one, they're always down to do every gig possible, but they pick up music so fast. So if I want to do a cover, we can learn it really fast. If I want to do a brand new song that we've only played twice, we can do it because they soak it up so fast.
Yeah. This is actually the first time
Doing it
truly
acoustic?
we've played like that acoustically. We were figuring it out on the way here separately.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah, we've never done that song.
Yeah.
It's like kind of tough because I mean, electric.
But it's cool
wise,
knowing that
yeah.
like I could trust Isaac that like, okay, I don't have to hear what parts he's coming up with, but I know he'll come up with something that works with whatever I'm going to come up with.
Right.
And it seemed to work pretty well. I really liked our arrangement of the song.
I hope.
Well, and you guys being playing together so long, I mean, I take it even on stage. I've seen you guys live with the alt band and the intimate setting.
Yeah.
And you guys definitely have fun on the alt band, but it's like you guys don't even really need to look at each other just to kind of see what's going on. You just kind of know.
Yeah, and it became a thing. I think once again, like I say, like I think also like our stage plot matters a lot because I can't live without Jeff.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I have to have Jeff on my side of like any gig because we've tried to do gigs where Jeff is on Freddie's side and then Freddie gets all messed up and then Jeff is like, I miss
We have
my
a
little
system.
buddy, and so I'm just like, you know what? And I think that's what really comes down to like the alt version, like when it's like the full band, it's like I know I have this reassurance of that, like I'm here, I'm locked in. So and then I think we've gotten to a point where we're just like, you know what? If we're gonna play a show, we're gonna do like. We're not like we're gonna have fun. Like if we mess up, we mess up, but have fun. Like you're giving a show to people.
Well, and I love when bands lean into the fact that they kind of screwed up. Like I've seen a few bands that like bigger bands. I think it was Cold War Kids I saw with my dad and manager David, and they totally screwed up the beginning of a song and they stopped it. The guy stopped it and was like, "We're gonna redo that." And I love when artists do that. I know everyone always gives artists shit for when they screw up a show, but I think it shows much more. I would get good musicianship if you're willing to acknowledge, hey, that was not great, and we're gonna redo it.
Right.
I think it shows you're human.
I've been to a few of them where one thing I do love, especially talking with musicians like yourselves, is where you know when you messed up a little bit, whereas no one else knows.
Oh, yeah.
And so just going with it, continuing it, and there's a point to stop though. When
There
you're
is.
just like,
Yeah, there's no good.
Like if I lose an entire verse, I just have them restart. I'm like, that was no. But if I miss a word or two, they just keep going and they know.
Right.
But yeah, there's a certain point where the mess up gets so big that you're like, we gotta call it.
I love the stage plot and how Isaac, you said, if Jeff is over on Freddie's side, then it messes. What messes it up? Would you say, Freddie, when it's different like that?
I don't know, man. I think I'm too big of a personality for Jeff to be on my
Got
side.
too much hair to smack him with.
Yeah.
It's definitely got to be something like that because it doesn't mess me up.
Right.
But no, I mean, I don't know. It just really works. I mean, having the rhythm section together on, usually they're stage left.
Right.
And keeping them together, I know that what I'm doing as a lead guitarist is still following what they're doing. So if something happens on stage where it's like, oh, Bailey forgot to come in for the verse, we're extending the intro maybe a little longer, those guys are pretty locked in, on their side. And as long as I can hear it, like leading up to it, like I said, just the nonverbal cues that we have nowadays, or I can just really tell from playing with Isaac all his life, you know, what's coming next. Like, oh,
And I
wait,
think
it doesn't sound like we're going into the verse like we practiced. So I'm like, okay, I'll
And I
hit
think the
intro one
biggest
more
thing
time
that
and
helps
it's-
us out too is like we always practice. Like it's every
Yeah. So
Saturday
much.
morning we practice, show or no show. It's practice
weekly
every
practice.
Saturday, and it's
Yeah.
like play the same songs, the songs that we already know. There's songs that we haven't played in a really long time, and then we just like play them in practice because we're like, hey, we haven't played this song in a while.
Right.
We
Right.
just play it, and I think it really comes down to that. It's just like, you know, understanding that like I don't know, like audio
Yeah.
cues is what
We're
it's
super
became.
locked in with each other at this point.
our drummer James is a very enthusiastic drummer
Yeah.
that like I almost know like, well, doesn't
He's
look
very
like he's about to
theatrical.
go into the chorus, you know, he's still keeping it soft, and I can kind of just tell by his
Well, and
style of playing
Photographers
too, like,
love
where
him
we're
because of
going.
that. Like you can tell, like just from pictures of James, you know what part of the song we had gone into. Like we know if we look at that picture, we're like, oh, we're in the chorus of this song because of the
Yeah.
faces he makes.
Yeah.
It's,
Right.
And
it's
he's
pretty
so
cool.
consistent with it. It's the same
He
face
is.
for every song, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I really can just read your face and know where I'm at in the song.
For the people listening, just on audio, this is Bailey Elora with guitarist and backup vocalist Freddie Zamora. Freddie's lead and Isaac is rhythm for the most part. They're going to be playing Saturday, May 23rd, the Atrium at the Alley Cat in Fort Collins, and Monday, June 5th, Luna Fest.
15th.
The 15th, sorry about that. June 15th, and that's in Longmont at Cross and Bar Brewery. And tonight, as I said, it's kind of Bailey Allora night because you
it
guys.
is. We decided we were going to take over Colorado for the weekend.
I love it. Yes.
Good for you.
And especially on a Monday night, you visited our good friends, Andrew and Rob over
We
at
did.
Kind of Vague.
We
You're going to be
love
featured
them.
on Kind of Vague tonight. So how'd that go?
Good, except that they were like, yeah, happy Monday. And then I was like, it's Sunday. And they're like, where this is going on Monday. But I was panicking internally because I was like, I'm supposed to be at K4CO.
Oh, okay.
So
you did the
they
Sunday,
totally
okay.
got to have that fun little embarrassing ad lib thrown in there for me.
Oh, I hope it's in there. I haven't heard it
Oh,
yet.
they definitely kept it in.
Nice.
We made a thing of it.
Yeah, they kept it in, but yeah, it was funny because you were panicking, thinking,
I
"Wait, are we
was. I
supposed
was
to be
like,
at
oh my God.
K4CO right now?" And then, no, we're in the right spot.
Yeah.
Focal Max messed everything up.
Dude.
It just ruined, like, not didn't ru- like it just ruined.
It was
my
just
time.
so busy.
Like I was just like, I don't know what.
Well,
day
and
I'm
we
at.
did a podcast on Thursday as well. So I've been going since Thursday. And I will say there was a good measure of panic in my face when they were like Monday, and I was like, it can't be Monday. But here we are.
I would have loved to be there. I would have so much loved to be
Yeah,
there.
it was funny. She was all panicking. I saw her look at her phone, and I was like, "Wait." But she got
Yep.
the words out before I could tell her, like, no, it's like we're recording it on Sunday. I was like, but
Very
she was
on
already
brand
like,
for me.
wait, is it Monday? And she was like, no, it's
Hey.
Sunday.
Anyone who is fans of our band, they know I'm a hot mess like a majority of the time.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Part of the charm.
I can't wait to hear that tonight. Everybody, that is going to be 9 p.m. Kind of Vague Radio is 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, 9 to 10. And then there's also a replay at 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. if you do miss that. I'm curious. So you get a lot of cues from each other. Freddie and Isaac, you guys have been playing for so long together that you don't even really need cues anymore. You know what each other are going to do. When it comes to Bailey, however, what cues are going in there? And Bailey, what makes a song really just feel glued together?
I definitely think, for one, the flow of how all of the different parts go into each other. And I think I can't even take credit for most of it. Most of it is, again, Jeff. He helps us figure all of that out. But also, when we're playing live, for one, I tend to watch Freddie's fingers a lot on his guitar because I always screw up my counting. But I remember where his fingers are supposed to be at a certain point of a song. So it's more so that I have to be very observant for myself. They're always doing so incredible. And then I'm like, what are the words right here? And so I'm thinking about that. And I'm thinking about the next song we're about to play. So I'm like, okay, I need to just watch Freddie's fingers and get my life together. And so I think it's the same with when we're writing or just practicing our songs. I have to just like lock in to know what they're doing. And as long as I'm following one of the band members, I'll be fine.
And do you write with a guitar or piano or anything?
So I write by myself to start with. Sometimes we have songs where we start it as a whole band, like Dead in the Dirt. But other times I'll have come up with something entirely without an instrument, which does make it very interesting for Freddie, for sure, since he's lead, and for Jeff, who tends to fix it. I will say sometimes he tries to fix my timing, and he's like, that's a weird time signature to have that in. Like Come to the Water is in 2 separate time signatures because I wrote it without any instruments, and I brought it to them a cappella, and I was like, here you go, here's my baby, fix it. And they do that quite often.
Yeah, one of the habits that Bailey has is she has odd phrasing.
I do.
So where most people are like, oh, you get this 8 bars in a verse, she'll do like 9. So it feels like it should resolve on the 8, but there's like an extra 4
Still
beats
going.
onto it, and you're like, okay.
I lean
So
more
we
on the
figured that,
songwriting,
yeah.
like storytelling, and he leans more on the songwriting, like melody, follow the rubric,
Yeah.
and so we have to
usually
marry
I'll
the two.
structure the songs. She'll send an audio, to me, like a phone recording audio, and usually it's not. She doesn't record with a metronome, so usually the timing on it, it's a little off. So sometimes I correct little timing issues on it with like, okay, so here you need to hold this note just a little longer and here and there. But other than that,
I think it gets us interesting melodies, though, and
It does.
interesting ways that the song will go about. Because, I mean, most people don't write a song in 2 separate time signatures,
Right.
so we never would have gotten that had I written with an instrument.
yeah.
I think it keeps things
And-
fresh.
Yeah.
And Bailey typically makes the final decision
I do.
on any of the parts that we write. So yeah, she's always really held on to those odd phrasings where like Jeff and I will insist like, you need to find a way to condense this down to 8 bars, and
And I
she's
go,
like, no, I
no.
need that extra 9 bar, that
It's not-
extra
it
4
messes up the
count to
lyric.
fit in.
Yeah,
She's
I'm like, it messes with the story. We can't take it out. And they're
Right.
like,
So
okay,
then Jeff
fine.
and I are usually reworking like, oh, well, what chords can go there? Because you'll typically resolve a chord progression within, either 4 bars if that's the song, 8 bars, 16. It's all even numbers.
I think
Exactly.
Mean to You is
So
one of those.
The odds,
right?
the odd phrasing will sometimes make it very tricky, but fun in a way that we're like, okay, we've resolved the song, but maybe we don't need to resolve quite yet, or figure out a different way for it to build onto the next part, or whatever comes in between that one little bar. Of,
Jeff has learned that if he wants me to
you
fix
know,
it, he has to tell me to add something I don't take away. I think that is what we've started doing majority of the time. They're just like, you need to add another line. And I go, okay, I can do that.
Right.
But they go, you need to take one. I'm like, no, not happening. No.
Well, it sounds like everybody adapts pretty well because
We do.
you could drive some musicians absolute nuts.
Oh, I guarantee you I do. They just wait to go home to talk shit for a little bit, and then we're good.
early on, writing with and for Bailey, it was a very frustrating process for me. I will say that. Not in a bad way, but more in like I really had to
I made him work.
reinvent the way I approach writing music.
More of an adjustment than.
Yeah, it was a bigger adjustment than I thought it was gonna be. But
Right.
I'm glad I stuck with it because the songs that we have made, I'm really proud of, and the lyrics she writes, I've always admired her lyricism, and so being able to accompany that, with my music and stuff, I'm like, yeah, that's the dream.
Well, it's definitely working for all of you. I mean, you have a lot of kudos. My producer Jacob just kind of sent me. Well, first of all, little shout out from Freddie's girlfriend. That's right. Just wanted to pop by, say the whole band is full of such amazing people, which I can already tell. I've seen you guys live as well, and then a couple of people, Joshua in Trinidad, just says my favorite band.
Oh, we love
Oh
him.
wow, yeah, we
right.
love Josh. He was my
We saw
English
him at
teacher.
FOCO.
He was my
Sorry,
English
Fonco.
teacher.
What's that?
Was your
He was
English
my
teacher
English
in high
teacher.
school?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, how'd you do in English class?
I hope I did good. I have no recollection. I don't know. I
Hope you did well.
It's all right. He's not writing the lyrics.
I graduated, so
Goodly. That's right.
I graduated. That's what matters.
It's true. It's
That's
true.
a good thing. You've played everywhere. I mean, festivals. The Foco Max. I mean, Fort Collins. You guys are loving more festivals lately, and now with the summer coming up, hopefully a good mix of, intimate settings and some festivals. But is there a favorite memory from a Colorado show from you guys that just really makes you smile?
I mean, it did just happen, but
Just happened, right.
FOCO,
Yeah.
for me at least, we had a group of like 4 or 5, I would say like college age or at least our age, of people, and I guess they had looked us up and they had like memorized a bunch of our lyrics, and so they were singing along with us during the show. And we are in a really small venue for FOCO because it's our first year and we're not as big of a band as we'd like to be yet, so we're at a smaller venue, and it was just so cool to have people singing word for word our songs.
Right.
That I think is my favorite so far. But also, there was just so much chaos that went into that show, just of us hanging out as a band, that I just really love that one right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that was a gig, man. Fort Collins, that crowd was amazing. And yeah, I would say some of our newer covers that we've been doing went really well with that crowd, and it was very fun to see them all engaged. But other than that, we've had some other pretty very memorable gigs at Bar 404.
Oh, yes,
shout
our
out them.
Malort show.
Malort show was a lot of
Malort
fun.
show
You
was
don't know band bonding until you're all taking shots of Malort together.
Malort.
Malort.
Yeah.
They
Malort.
advertise it as it tasting like existential dread.
It's
It does not taste good, but like you enjoy it.
it's liquor from
You know what I mean?
Chicago. Chicago people
Chicago.
like their bitter.
But
you know.
okay, I have lots of chronic illness issues, and I didn't have any reactions to the Malort.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, and my brother, who turned 30, it was his birthday that night, and so I got permission from him to have the show, and so the Malort guy was plying him with shots because they were like, birthday, here you go. And we had the show like as like a birthday thing for him because he wasn't going to celebrate it. He had no hangover the next day, and so I was like, you know what, maybe Malort is up to something.
Right.
So, we wouldn't mind a Malort sponsorship, that would be great. But that whole show was so fun.
It was a lot of fun, yeah. And then I guess like a year ago, that New Year's show, I had a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
I had a great time. That
I'm
New
so
Year's
glad
show.
you had a fun time because I was losing it the whole time. I was so stressed. It was me and our manager that were running that show, and everything that could have gone wrong went wrong at that show.
Ooh, I love those.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was great. Our set was so fun. The night was fun. We love Bar 404 because that's where we had it, but it definitely, I was losing. I was running around with a chicken with its heads cut off. It was a night.
I had a great time.
I love that you had a great
I had
time.
a great time.
We also do zero of the admin work behind the scenes, so
Oh,
we
yeah.
show up and have fun.
You do the
Dave.
fun part.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Dave, our manager, is so good about stuff like
Yeah,
that. Like
Dave
he just
and
allows
Bailey-
us to just worry about the music and
Right.
just play good for his daughter, and that's what we try to do.
Yep.
And you definitely do. Do. Live with Bailey Allora on K4CO Radio. Website will be done soon. BaileyAllora.com, so wait for that. But for right now, you can also go to their Linktree right there. So go to Linktree, that's linktr.ee/Bailey Allora. Let's get to Dead in the Dirt.
new
Yep.
one.
The
new one.
song of the hour.
Released just a couple days ago on Friday the 24th.
Yeah, at the Spot Studios. It was a lot of
Yep.
fun.
I like the spot. I
Love
like
the spot.
We love them. Glenn
Yeah.
and Rich are just so incredible.
It's good to have producers that tell you that you're playing like shit. So
It
you
is.
can-
Yeah.
Keeps
their job,
you
man.
humble.
They-
Also, it means that whatever you get, that they were like, yeah, this was the best. So
Yeah.
there's no doubt in your mind that they're just being nice to you because you're paying them.
Right.
Like they're honest, and I love that for sure.
When you're in a studio, you definitely want some honesty. You want
You
some
do.
criticism. You want some, no, you need to be doing this.
Some efficiency.
No, but they create such a comfortable environment that
They do.
it feels good, to get all that feedback, and it doesn't feel like they're attacking you in any sort
We're
of
not
way.
stressed
you
at
know?
all when we're up there.
Right.
It's 2 days of
They're
having the
amazing
best
at
time
what
of
they
our
do, and they
lives.
truly bring out the best of us.
Right.
And I love that.
We're hopefully going to be back up there soon to record more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just recently released on Friday. However, this is the acoustic version of it.
Yes. Dead in the dirt.
Nice version. So, Bailey Elora, live in K4CO Radio, Dead in the Dirt.
try to make me small. Think your smiles a hero. You act like a god, but you breathe like we. You're stuck in the heart. You so beg and plead. Give you a chance to clear the air. Apologize like you care. You don't bother. Forget that I'm someone's daughter. Oh, I know I'm bitter. You know that I am bitter. I hope my blood tastes bitter. Hope that you are bitter. You can call me a bitch. That'll get you off. All your cocktails, Molotov. Block your number so you can't call. You can beg your knees, pathetically crawl. Drown your sorrows in alcohol. You speak louder, articulate, 'cause you deserve all the space. Oh, I know I'm bitter. You know that I am bitter. I hope my blood tastes bitter. Hope that you are bitter. Oh, it's time I pity murder. So I'll bury you 6 feet under. It's not a crime, 'cause you killed first. All your worth is dead in the dirt. Oh, I know I'm bitter. You know that I am bitter. I hope my blood tastes bitter. Hope that you are bitter. Oh, it's karma, pity murder. So I'll bury you 6 feet under. It's not a crime, 'cause you killed first. All your worth is dead in the. Oh, it's karma, pity murder. So I'll bury you 6 feet under. It's not a crime, 'cause you killed first. All your worth is dead in the dirt. If wishes were bullets, he'd have a hole in his head. But they aren't, so I'll keep wishing him dead. Now this sweet lady, she sold me a gun. I'll leave no trace, so I won't have to run. Won't have to run.
Brand new music from Bailey Allora here at K4CO. Dead in the Dirt. Wow, that was really good, you guys. I love the Spanish sound to it. It was just all of it. Really,
Absolutely.
very well done.
Yeah.
Well written song.
Thank you.
Love the
bet.
Spanish aspect. It's funny because you do have to go see their alt rock band.
Yeah, and I can definitely hear
play.
trumpet in that one too,
Yeah.
that you mentioned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
Yes.
So we'll definitely adding that to our rotation if it isn't already.
You know it. And how long did that kind of take at the spot for you guys?
So every song we do at the spot,
Right.
2 days.
2 days.
2
All
days
right, nice.
recording, 1 day mixing and mastering. We have a finished song at the end of a week.
Perfect.
I know some people will say that like the price of recording with them is higher. I would say you get exactly what you pay for. It's such good quality. The vibes there are, like we said, incredible. But also, you get a quick turnaround, which not every studio can really promise. And they really do. And it's not like it was a rushed deal either. Like, we finished recording everything in 2 days, and then they give us this perfect, beautiful song at the end of a week.
Right. Nice. Well, definitely kudos to you guys. I really like that. I love that Spanish guitar between you guys.
Thank you.
Really good. And I was going to mention this earlier, but I love their harmonies.
Yeah, they're great singers together.
You guys really are fantastic singers together. I've told you that before every time you come in.
No,
But
thank you. Yeah.
It's one of people's favorites.
yeah.
The things that they point out to us when they hear our set. They, for one, praise his guitar playing because he just shreds. And then they always are like, your guys' harmonies are so beautiful for a rock band. And I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, thanks to Freddie freaking killing on the guitar, they gave him a nickname. It's Shreddy now.
Yep. He's
Shreddy.
Shreddy. Shreddy.
I like it.
It's
Shreddy
super.
Freddy.
But yeah, I really wanted to lean into like the music that I listened to in my childhood with this song. And I mean, I couldn't think of a better guitar player to do that than Freddie. Because, I mean, we all really listened to like Maná and Santana, all of those really big Mexican rock bands growing up, and I really wanted that vibe.
Right.
And I mean, he kills it.
Yeah.
They both kill it, but like Freddie is.
Yeah, this
Freddie.
song brings it home to me. Like I said, I played a classical acoustic guitar for the first 8 years that I was playing the guitar, and that's all I knew was classical guitar and that stuff. So this brings it home.
Those
I really
spaced out
enjoy it.
strings and nylon strings. Oh, yeah.
It's a great sound.
Yeah, that is a great sound. Well, thank you guys so much for coming back in. Absolutely love
Yes.
it.
Thank you for having us.
Always welcome.
We love coming.
We,
Yeah.
we
Thank
love
you.
being here.
Yeah.
And make sure Saturday, May 23rd, the Atrium, the Alley Cat in Fort Collins, and Monday, June 15th, Luna Fest. If you're going to Luna Fest, check them out. Gross and Bart Brewery in Longmont, and look for the new single, Dead in the Dirt, released just a few days ago on Friday the 24th. So, also, Kind of Vague Radio tonight, starting at 9 p.m. Bailey Elora will be featured.
Catch them again.
That's right. Catch them again on Kind of Vague with Andrew Talent and Rob Dixon. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah,
you guys
thank
have
you.
an amazing summer.
Yes.
Make sure you stay in
Thank you, you
contact.
too.
Yeah,
Cool.
if I come back this fall or something,
Yeah,
we'll catch up.
you know it.
Definitely.
Of course, also coming up in about a half hour, one solid hour of only Colorado musicians, as well as Bailey Elora in our Colorado only hour every single day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. You guys take care. Have an amazing Monday. And yeah, looks like we're going to get this weather all week long. So
Yeah.
put that smile on. Listen to some great music. You guys take care.